In this video, we are going to talk about the 5 secrets to saving for your dream home as quickly as possible. If you or someone you know wants to buy a house as soon as possible and is trying to get their new house fund up and running, then you've come to the right place. By the end of this video, you'll discover how to improve your mindset, create your savings goals, and ultimately get started with saving for that house you've always wanted for the best and fastest results. Welcome back, Money Masters. It's another Money Monday, where we lift the curtain on time-tested tricks and tips that have been proven to help reduce expenses and increase savings. As we mentioned earlier, today we are going to be talking about the 5 secrets to saving for your dream home as quickly as possible, which will help you discover how to improve your mindset, create your savings goals, and ultimately get started with saving for that house you've always wanted for the best and fastest results, all while dealing with rent. But before we dive in, I just want to let you know that on Wednesday, we will be discussing 5 secrets to understanding and creating passive income. So if you don't want to risk missing out on that episode, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of our next amazing video. Okay, with all that said, if you are just like us and you are totally committed to obtaining financial independence, then go ahead and tap that like button and let's get into it. Secret number 1. Improving your mindset. For many, buying a home is an investment. They want to have a concrete place that will make it feel all the more tangible that they now own land and can do what they want with it. That is fine, but it also cannot be ignored that there is some FOMO mixed in there. For those who are not aware, FOMO stands for fear of missing out. People in their 20s who are just starting and considering buying a home might be doing so simply because they are seeing home values soar and all their peers are getting their own homes and they're doing something wrong by not buying a home. With that said, it is going to be important for you to first take the time to assess whether buying a home is something you want or if it's just this external pressure that is making you want to go hand over your money to the nearest real estate salesperson. Another thing you should consider before finalizing your decision is the misconception that renting is equal to throwing your money away. It is not. Renting is important because you are giving yourself a place to stay and sleep while you save up for a home, and it is possible that you simply do not have the resources at present to pay for the down payment and mortgage. It is biding your time until you are ready for such an investment. What is throwing your money away is making poor financial decisions like barely scraping together enough money to buy a house for yourself, only to not be able to manage the costs and maintenance that come with it. Lastly, you will need to accept the concept of delayed gratification. If you want to achieve a long-term goal, like buying and owning a house and living comfortably inside it, you will need to make some sacrifices in the present so that you can make it happen. Do you think buying a house is a good move right now? Let us know in the comments down below. We have heard both sides and would love to hear your opinion. Secret number 2. Creating a savings goal. The next secret is to start working on your savings goals. You cannot just wake up one day and buy a house the next day. It is important to sift through the details of the house you want to buy to figure out how much it costs and plan accordingly based on that information. With that, we are going to go through each step just so you have a general idea of how you are going to do this, but we went through these in more detail in our video about 4-step saving goals. If you would like to learn more about these steps in detail, then click on the link to that video on the upper right. The first step is to find out what exactly do you want? What kind of house do you want to have? How big and where do you want your house to be? These and a lot of other details can affect the overall costs you'll be saving significantly. So, we're going to look for an average starter house. It is better to get a cheaper house for now instead of your dream house because a cheaper starter house is going to give you the benefits of a house while also being more agreeable with your finances. This should at least partially free up the monthly rent payments you have and allow you to save up for a better house. Once you have picked out the average house in the area that you like, you know what you want to save up for. Next up, you will need to check out how much it costs. The prices of houses can vary widely depending on the area you want to have a house in. As per the Motley Fool, the average price of a house in California sits at around $817,000, while a home in a different state, say, Georgia, is around $318,000. Let's say we want to get a house in Georgia. So we now know that our house price is around $318,000. We do not plan to pay for the whole thing in cash, so we are going to try to get a mortgage. And in order to qualify for a mortgage, we need a down payment. Now, we can choose to pay the minimum for a down payment, which can range from $0 to around 5% of the house's value, or we can choose a bigger, more ideal down payment, say around 10% of the house's cost or higher. Why is a higher down payment ideal? Because a bigger down payment means that you will need to pay off less down the line, which also means lower interest. So let's say we go with a 10% down payment. Cool. We have to save up to around $31,800. We should also account for any closing fees the seller does not want to cover. This could be an additional 3% of the total housing cost, which comes to $9,540. So that brings the total of $41,340. To simplify, we could round up to $41,500. Now we know how much we will need to save up. Next, when do you want it? This is going to affect your overall timeline. Now, $41,500 can seem intimidating and difficult to get for the down payment, but that goal can become much more manageable if you decide to save up that down payment over a longer period. Let us say that you want to save up over 5 years. That will be a payment of around $691.66 for 60 months, or just $345 per paycheck. That is totally manageable. You should be realistic about what you can save in a month. This is tied to your spending habits, sure, but it is also greatly affected by your income. You should assess your situation and adjust your timeline accordingly. And that is your saving goal for your down payment right there. It is as easy as figuring out your target, setting your timeline, and calculating your goal per month. Secret number 3, budgeting your money. Having a defined budget is going to be a tremendous help to you. It is going to give you a bird's eye view of your expenses and show you just how much you are spending on, say, food, rent, and the like. And it is going to help you figure out how you can squeeze in those $691 into your monthly expenses. Now, we are going to reference the zero-sum budgeting plan in this video, which we have covered in previous videos, particularly our video on the 7 secrets for saving your money on a low income. If you would like a more in-depth look at this particular budgeting method, be sure to click the suggestion on the upper right for that. The idea behind zero-based budgeting is to leave no dollar unallocated. You are going to give every dollar a job so that you will not have any spare dollars that you will be tempted to spend. Each part of your income will be distributed for different purposes like food and groceries, utilities like water, electricity, and gas for your car or stove if applicable. Some of that money can also go towards investments like buying more stocks, investing in bonds, or setting up businesses or other forms of passive income. Savings is also considered a purpose. This can be for your emergency funds or for other saving goals, which include your saving goal for your house's down payment. Let us take a look at an example to illustrate how zero-based budgeting can help you save. You have around $3,000 in your bank account and you have allocated those into the appropriate categories. Your friends invite you to go hang out with them. You have the choice of, say, paying $25 for an escape room or buying $10 tickets to movies and buying some snacks for $6. You take a look at your fun category and you see that you have $40 ready for this month. You suggest going out to the movies instead of going to an escape room because if you go over your budgeted $40 for this month, you are going to have to take out funds from your other categories, which feels bad. That financial deterrent can help you control yourself and save your money more effectively. If you would like some help with budgeting your funds, you should consider using budgeting apps. Apps like Mint, eNAB, or You Need a Budget, Good Budget, and every dollar are all good choices for apps that can be used to budget more effectively. If you have any suggestions for budgeting apps, be sure to let us know in the comments down below. Secret number 4. Paying off high-interest debts. If you have any debts like balances on your credit cards or any personal or payday loans, we need to get those sorted out as quickly as possible. If you leave those high-interest debts unchecked, even if they do not have a big amount to be paid at the moment, that high interest can and will compound over time. It could snowball into a large financial burden within a few months and could be a big pain to deal with. Other high-interest debts like car or phone loans are also high-value targets for settling or paying upfront. A mortgage payment that you will have to balance with a multitude of other debts at the same time is going to be a nightmare to take care of. There are added housing costs in the form of utilities and maintenance and furnishing or renovation costs that you will be working on if you want to spruce up your house. We would not recommend paying off all your debts just yet though, because it all goes back into your credit score, which could affect your interest rates and the likelihood of you getting loans. Secret number 5. Increasing your income. If you've done all that you could to maximize your saving, and you're still having a lot of difficulty saving up enough for your house per month, or if you simply feel like it's taking too long to reach your saving goal, then you should consider increasing your income to help you reach your goal faster. As we have discussed in our video on the easiest and fastest way to become debt-free, you can achieve this by getting a second job or a side hustle. You could apply for a part-time job or a job where you work only on selected days of the week. If you cannot manage additional regular work, you could instead try to squeeze in freelance projects. If you are artistic, musically inclined, or even good at making people laugh, you might try doing gigs or commissions to rake in extra income. Another thing that you could do to bring in extra money for those monthly payments is to consider pausing your retirement savings. A lot of people currently have retirement savings set up to be automatically deposited into the right accounts at regular intervals. If you are doing the same thing, you could confirm this by checking your monthly statements and seeing if any money is being spent on a 401k plan or something similar. Retirement savings are a good long-term investment, but if it helps you make those monthly savings or accelerate your saving timeline, you might want to make the short-term commitment to pause those savings for now. Just be sure to restart those retirement savings the moment your down payment has been saved. So those are the secrets to saving up for a home as quickly as possible. We hope you learned some very helpful insights from what we've shared with you today. Please don't forget to leave a like on our video if it was able to help inform and positively influence your financial decisions and lifestyle. And leave a comment down below about how you feel like this video will help you boost your overall income. Also, if you love our content, subscribe for more Money Masters content and updates, and so that you don't miss out on our next episode of Wealthy Wednesday, where we will be discussing 5 secrets to understanding and creating passive income. Also, we'd like you to consider sharing this video with at least one friend. It would mean the world to us if you would join us in our mission of helping good people like you keep more of what they earn and earn more from what you keep. That'll be all from us in this video, Money Masters. We'll see you in the next video.